Hey folks, Phil the B-Man here. Will be, I guess, the last B-truck video. This is my baby, the only truck I've ever bought new. And, well, she's a little older now, but so am I. But I thought I'd take you through a tour of this truck. It's got a couple of features that folks might find interesting. So, of course, you can see the ezyloader. That's actually a relatively new addition to the truck. I think I added that 5 years ago. One day I was in a particularly strong yard lifting, took about 300 boxes off of about 40 hives, and my back was sore and I was having a hell of a crop, and I saw this ezyloader for sale online and I bought it sight unseen, and I've regretted it for never even once. So but the truck had previously had a headache rack mounted at the front of the deck, and I removed that and installed the ezyloader. A couple modifications. This bin for storing stuff underneath, and I have in here a 110 volt power inverter and a cord reel to run my bee blower if and when I need that. And then I store an extra extension cord in case I have a hard time accessing the hives. So that's about 50 feet of cord. Also store in that bin an extra set of arms for the ezyloader, tuck tape on a tape gun to patch any holes in boxes, an extra tie down strap, a tow strap, booster cables, and my latest toy I haven't even used yet, the 4-way pallet fork extensions for the ezyloader. I'll have to do a separate video whenever I get a chance to try that. But basically the way it works is this arm here takes some of the stress off of the main connector to the ezyloader, and then this extension goes on the top part of the ezyloader to create the balance, probably about like that. So the center of gravity will be at the center of the forks. When you're using an ezyloader, you also need the stiffest, strongest hive tool you can get. These blue ones from Man Lake seem to hold up. The other ones bend or break off when you're trying to pry 4 or 5 boxes loose at once. It's quite a bit of weight. On the back of this truck is my whale tail, my bins as I call them. The primary purpose of these is to store my bee escapes. I use the Canadian style bee escape, and I'll do a video on them at some point. But I can store 100 of those in this bin, and that saves a lot of handling. They go on and off the truck just about every day, and being able to just fire them into the bin without having to tie them down or take up space on the main part of the deck is pretty handy. Keep other odds and ends in there as well, but the excluder bin is what it's really made for. And it's put on, it's bolted to the deck. It's removable. I think there's 6 bolts, and it comes off with a simple lift from the forklift. Tie-down straps stored on the reels, and just like my other truck, I welded on a lug nut so that I can reel those in with a ratchet. That's stored here. And this advantage of using a ratchet is it's not nearly as long as these tie-down straps are really meant to be used with about a 4-foot bar, and if you get a young guy reefing on that, you can tighten it enough to break the boxes. And so by shortening up the handle a little bit, even the strongest, most enthusiastic employee can't get things tight enough to really do too much damage. A couple modifications to the ezyloader. I put a voltage gauge in because a lot of the problems with these units people experience are with the not having sufficient voltage, either weak batteries or poor connections. And so I installed that. I also have a pilot light. Whenever this thing is powered, that light is on, and where I park this, I can see it from my bedroom window at night. So if that ever gets left on, I can see it. And also my battery control switch is on the side of the ezyloader. Spare batteries mounted just under the truck deck. This thing, I probably, if I was to install it again, wouldn't install extra batteries, because actually we pretty much just leave the truck running all the time when the ezyloader is in full operation. Smoker boxes, one on each side, and when traveling, the lid's closed, and if you leave it open, you have a safe place to put the smoker while you're, instead of tripping over it. And of course the ezyloader itself, I'll do an in-operation demonstration at some point. Inside the cab, the door pockets is where that ratchet belongs. Under the seat, a couple extra straps. And that's all there is to it. Oh, these trucks have an extra little bin here. This side keeps a few fuses and mosquito repellent. On the other side I have my flares for if I have a truck breakdown. So